Hi, I'm Kailin Jiang. Today I would like to introduce the non-circle database, which is called CouchDB. Here is a table of contents that I would like to go through today. First, I would like to introduce some basic information about CouchDB and the architecture of CouchDB. And last, how do we manipulate the data inside CouchDB? So let's get started. And so what is CouchDB? CouchDB is a kind of non-circle database, and the data stored in CouchDB is document-based, and the way we interact CouchDB is through HTTP request operations, and I will talk more about it later when I try to show you how to manipulate the data. And also, like MongoDB, CouchDB record the information as JSON objects. And another very major characteristics of CouchDB is that it has this multi-version concurrency control, which was also called MVCC instead of the logs, which means that documents inside the CouchDB would always be available compared to other database systems like MySQL. And another very important characteristic of CouchDB is that the data stored in CouchDB is schemaless, which means that even the data stored inside of one database in CouchDB, they can have totally different JSON structures. And let's talk about the architecture of CouchDB. And the core engine of CouchDB is based on B-tree, and in it the data is accessed by keys or key ranges, which means that they map directly to the underlying B-tree operations. It is a core system which manages to store internal data, documents, and views. And so how about they interact with other information outside of this engine and database? They are utilizing the architecture of HTTP request. It is used to create the indices and extract data from documents. It is usually written in JavaScript that allows creating views that are made of MapReduce jobs. And another part of the CouchDB system is these documents, and at here there is where we store our large amount of informations. And we also have this replicated database. It is used for replicating data to our local or remote database, and so that the documents could be synchronized among devices. So how is the data inside the CouchDB is manipulated or interacted with peoples? Basically, there are two ways to do that. One is through the Foxton. It is the CouchDB console. And another way is through the CURL. It is the terminal commands, and I would like to introduce them one by one. So as for the CRUD in the Foxton and the CouchDB console, first when you install the CouchDB and when you click to open it up, you'll be redirected to this local address. And at here, if you have not created an account yet, you can create an account, but like I have already created an account, so I just hit login, and I would be logging by the CouchDB. And so to create a database, you simply click this create database button, and at here you put the name of the database that you want to create. For example, let's call it demo 8. And now your demo 8 database will be created. And you also could delete the database. At here, simply click the trash can button. And to create a document inside the database, simply hit the all documents and click this new documents like here. And then I click create documents. And here, new documents will be created like this. As you can see, whenever I created documents, the CouchDB would auto-generate an ID and a revision number for me for this document. And these two fields are very important for us to delete the document and update the document. And for example, if I already entered these documents, I want to make some changes. For example, let's add a field called the name. And I click Save Changes, and now your document would be updated. So you can see currently I have this name Kylie. And to delete a document, is simply choose this document and hit this trash can button, then you can delete it. So that is the way we crowd the data in the Foxtongue. Another way to do it is through some terminal commands by using the CURL. So let's try to use this kind of methods. To use this kind of methods, first we need to open our terminal, and to test the connection, you can copy and paste this command here. And the format is that this is your username that you just created, and the password of your under this username, and the IP address and portal. And then you click the enter, and now you can see some information about the CouchDB. That means we are connected to the CouchDB successfully. So to create a database, use terminal commands. Simply specify the options as put. That means you want to put some data into our CouchDB server. So like I want to put this, but I will change the database name. Let's change it to 9. So when you see it returns OK and true, that means the database is created. You can also check that in our Foxtongue. As you can see, here is a demo 9 now. And also to get a database information, you can simply just change the operation to get like this. And now you can get the basic information of the database you just created. And to delete this database, you simply change the operation put get to delete. So how about the crawl data using CURL? Similarly to we create and delete the database. Another thing you want to address is the JSON objects. So for example, let's create a document in here. And let me copy paste this information over our terminal and change the database name to demo9, which we just created, and then I hit the enter button. As you can see, it returns OK true. That means this document is created. You can check it and retrieve these specific documents by using the get command. And also you need to put the database name and the document ID in your URL to get the information about this specific document. So let's see. Our currently database name is demo9, and the ID, as you can see, it just returned me. I would like to copy and paste it here. And when I hit the enter button, as you can see, it would return the documents information for me, the company, example, Inc. And also to update a document, you need to specify the ID and revision number the CouchDB generated for us. As you can see, we have this ID and revision number information. So to update it, we simply and other than that, it will be the same as create a document. So let's just try to do it again. But this time we need to, for example, let's update this document to test. And at this time we need to also offer the ID and revision number information in order to update these specific documents. So as you can see, I have the ID and revision information here. But another thing is that I need to change the database name, which is 9. And then I hit the enter button. As you can see, it updated successfully. And then now we get the information again. You can see currently the company is a test, which is I just entered. And to delete a document, same as update a document, you also need to specify the ID and revision number. But the only difference is that instead of using post, you need to use delete command. So let's try to change our post command to delete. Now it returns OK and true. That means the documents has already been deleted successfully. And that's so much about the CRUD functionalities in CouchDB. And thank you for listening today. I hope you have a good day.